Hey, it's Lisa coming from Lisa's Attic. Glad you're here to join me today. Today's a topic that's a little difficult, so I kind of wrestled with how to approach it and how to get it across in the best possible generic way that I could. So we're going to see how this goes. With everything in the news and everything that's going on, um, the things that we're being told by people who have digressed, so to speak, it's important that we protect our kids. And that being said, I think that we have a lot of lectures and talks with our kids. Sometimes, if we have more than one kid, we hope that we made sure that everyone got the lectures. There's so many things we want to tell kids and warn kids about and share with kids. And the most important thing is always about their protection. And so if you're listening to this and you hear the whole video and you want to share it with your kids, that's great. Listen to it first and see if it's something that is important to your family. So we're going to call this video, a personal space. All right, your personal sacred space, your PSS. And your personal sacred space is something that I don't think is talked about enough. And I don't think you can have too many lectures on this, to be honest. And so this is for the kids. So this is really for you guys out there who are just starting to maybe go out and meet people, leaving your parents' protection and going to school, or you're already in school and you've been in school for a while and maybe you need to hear these words. So we'll take it from there. Your personal space, we're going to use actually a length, an amount so that you can understand. When you put your arm out, all the way out, this is your personal space. This is your okay zone. This is my zone, my zone. I allow people to come into this zone when I want them to come in. Examples, of course, are our parents, maybe friends and families, people that make us feel good, people that when they're in that zone, they allow us to build up like a force field of love, for protection. They come in, they give us love, and our hearts are stronger, and we know that. We know that feeling of love and protection and safety, so it's all the arms out. Very simple, that's it. Now, people come in and we feel good, they hug us, they love us, and we're okay. Now, as we go out into the world, people come into that area, maybe you're on the bus, on the train, on a plane, in the supermarket. You always know when people are close into your personal space. But coming into your personal space should be something that you either allow or you don't allow. And you have a right to say no if someone is in your personal space. Where does that begin when it becomes uncomfortable? Well, for me, elbow. If someone passes my elbow, they are in my very sacred personal space. Not just my personal space. My sacred personal space, very close to my heart. It's only where I allow the people I love to come into. So, if you have a feeling, and we'll call it your spider senses, and some people we might know how this feels, when someone's in your personal space, your sacred personal space, and you feel that you can't breathe, that your feet feel very heavy, you feel like that you're being pulled into the ground, but your mind is racing, your heart is beating, and you might even feel dizzy. You might feel as if you can't catch your breath. You might feel so uncomfortable, but that you just can't move. That's a sign that someone has come into your sacred personal space and shouldn't be there. So, if you ever experience that, you must tell someone. You must let someone know that someone has come into that sacred personal space. Okay? Tell someone. If it's not your parents, tell your siblings. Tell your teacher. Tell a family member. Tell someone you trust. Tell someone that you allow into your personal space all the time, and you're okay with that. Okay? That's really the key thing. All right? It's an emotional subject. So I am a mother of 4, and we've had these conversations. My kids were not allowed to be with anyone without me being there, including a doctor, anyone. It is that sacred to me. To leave your child unattended by someone and trust that someone is like handing a loaded shotgun to them. That's how I feel. And in seconds, someone could invade their personal sacred space. But for the kids, please don't be afraid. Please don't be afraid to tell someone. Let someone know. Talk to someone. Let them know that this is uncomfortable, that you're not sure. Even if you're not sure, but you're feeling your spider senses going crazy. Let someone know. You are not alone. The ones that you allow into your sacred space that you love, that built that beautiful force field of power and strength inside you, they will deal with it. They will take care of you. That's what they do. That's what we do. All right? And if someone threatens you and tells you not to tell, remember this. The people that you allow into that sacred space, the ones that you love, are stronger than anyone who has come into that space and it has threatened you. Hear me clearly. If you have been threatened in any way, tell the ones you love, we are stronger, we are more powerful, and we will take care of it. Don't ever, ever doubt that. Ever. Don't be alone. Don't be by yourself. Tell someone. And for a community, I have so many great ideas, and one that we did in Pennsylvania, I really loved this idea. We had a sign out. It was the sign of love. And we had that out in people's homes, right on the front door or the front window. And everyone who was involved knew that when you had this sign out, that any child can come to your house and be able to get safety. They would be able to go to your home, and without any questions, they can come to your house, knock on your door, and say, I need to come in. I need to be here. I'm here for some safety. Or whatever, someone's bullying me, something's not right. And I'm sorry, it is a little cold up here. So it was great. And we had a nice community, and everyone had the signs out. And all my kids knew, and all their friends knew, that if you were in the neighborhood and something happened, a car was there, or something, whatever it was, you could knock on one of those doors and you would find that house had the sign of I love you, the sign language, and you can go in there. It's a great idea for small communities. It's a great idea for kids who are walking home. If you are hearing this and you have a small community from the school to their home, if you can have houses on the way that agree to be that safe house, it's a great idea. Kids need to know that they're safe. Kids are afraid. I know you guys are afraid that you don't want to bother mom or dad or your family, your friends, that you can take care of it. But we need to know, because we can make differences. We're big people. We've been there before. We don't want you to go through this. So tell us what's going on. On the flip side, when people are hurting us, unfortunately, it is sometimes because their family is also hurting them. So it becomes a vicious cycle. So to the kids who are bullying, it's a mean thing that's being done to you. Don't do it to somebody else. If you are a bully and you want to hurt people and you want to go after people, maybe it's nice to find someone who understands what's going on in your house too. Maybe you need to talk to somebody. Maybe you need to reach out, because you didn't become a bully just overnight. You need to reach out too. You need somebody to listen to you too. For those who have been bullied, my heart goes out to you. If you've ever felt that you have been threatened, that you are in a situation where your personal sacred space, your PSS, has been broken into, tell somebody. We're listening. We always listen, and don't just give up if mom or dad or somebody's just busy. Just tell them again. I know we have busy lives, and sometimes we seem like we're not listening, but we are. Sit them down and say, Mommy, this is important. Daddy, I need to talk to you. Sit us down. We really don't want you to go through this. Okay? We are big people. We can handle it. And we will protect you. We love you so much. For the bulliers, you need to talk to people too. for the ones who are being bullied. Please don't be silent. Please don't be silent. We need to hear you. My love to all of you. This was a hard video. I hope it came out well. I hope the intent was there. And if you have any questions, I think this is a video that probably could use a part 2. But for the sake of time, I love you. You're special. Don't let anyone pass your elbow, your personal sacred space. Let them know it's not okay. Not with words, not with fists, not with threats. You know, I'm thinking of a story, and I'm thinking of my son. He was on a wrestling team. It was just a pastime. It wasn't going to be a career. Definitely not a career, but and he was in the gym, and he was the low weight. And in order for him to wrestle that day, he had to, take off his clothes and be weighed in. And there was like couple of ounces or two that he didn't make weight. So the coach told the team, turn around, and they told my son to, drop his underwear. And that him and the medical person on call would be the only ones to look at the number. Okay? That's what they told my son. That's an invasion of personal space. My son said no. There's no way he was going to do it. And so he didn't wrestle, and he didn't really care. All they had to do was weigh the underwear separately while he tossed it out. If he really needed that, think about that. Just minus it from the total. But no, they went in an inappropriate and invaded his personal sacred space. That's wrong. It made him uncomfortable. Made him tell him no. It's a long time ago. Yes, things were accepted back then. They're not now. This is a different time. Things like that are not acceptable. They're not. All right, so it's just me telling a little story. I'm full of a lot of stories, so my kids will tell you. But, so hold your own, be strong, stick to your principles. If you feel your personal sacred space is being invaded, threatened, bullied, tampered with, compromised, tell somebody. Tell everybody. Don't keep it secret. We have media now. We have Facebook. All right, so this is from Lisa's Attic. Much love to you all. Thank you so much for listening. And here on Sacred Ways, we love you very much. You are all special. You are all divine sparks. Until we meet each other again, this is Lisa saying, have a good day. Protect your personal sacred space.